Welcome, everybody, back to the NextManUp Sportscast. We took a week hiatus. We had to celebrate Jesus' birthday and all. But we're here for you for the next holiday, for New Year's Eve, New Year's week. The NextManUp Sportscast crew is back. We couldn't leave you on 2 weeks hiatus so you could forget about us. Anyway, Mandy, let's get right into it. Since we last talked, since we last were here, a lot of things have gone down in the sports world, right? A lot of different things. I mean, we didn't even get to talk about the Rams losing to the Jets, which, man, I had like a whole monologue prepared for that. I was gonna just mute you and I was just gonna go off on it. But you know what? I may still mention it. I may still mention it later on. But let's get into our first topic here. We'll get back to the NFL. We'll circle back here. But Mandy, I mean, it's been pretty good so far. The play has been average. I think it's been a little better than college football in some way, college basketball in some ways. The NBA is back, and it seems like we got a little bit of a bubble hangover. A lot of teams are scoring a lot of points. The over is hitting on almost. It's like over 60% of games the over is hitting. For example, the Milwaukee Bucks just scored 144 points tonight. Insanity. But my question to you is one thing that I've been really looking at is there's a lot of movement here, right? You got Russell Westbrook going to the East. You got a couple guys moving around. KD is in the East now. My question to you is, do you see a team last year that did not make the playoffs making the playoffs this year?
In the East or in the West?
Let's start with the West, and then we'll work our way to the East.
Oh, yeah, man. My wild card from the beginning of the year, the Suns.
Okay.
The Suns are going to make the playoffs in the West. I mean, all the new additions they had, and again, the hottest team last year in the bubble going 8-0. The Suns have an amazing young core with some veteran leadership now. The Suns are going to make the Western Conference playoffs.
Do you think they'll get what seeding do you think they sit at? Do you think they sit at a lower seed or a higher seed?
I'll say 6, baby. Get a number 6 seed.
So right now they're currently 5th, so 6 would be definitely something achievable. Yes. I don't know, man. I'm really I watched the Suns play because I had a couple bets on them and I was just curious. I'm not liking what I see from them, honestly. Like I know it's 3 games, obviously.
They have a lot of new faces.
True.
They didn't really have a preseason. They didn't have all these games, all these practices to have, right? They're coming off 70 days off the former team, and now you got to go ahead and go into a brand new system with brand new guys. It's going to take a while. And that being said, the Suns are still winning.
Yeah.
4 or 5 games in. Just wait until about mid-season when they buy into their coach, buy into their teammates. You can see these new faces really excel, and you can see the Suns become a really formidable team in the West. I like the Suns a lot.
I can see that, but there's some other teams that have been kind of surprising me. For example, I don't think the Jazz are as good as they were last year. They haven't been playing well. Donovan Mitchell has been playing well. And again, maybe it's this bubble hangover type of thing where guys got to get back into the rhythm. And I think that'll be something. But I really think a team that kind of got, I wouldn't say swindled out of the playoffs last year, but kind of got left out, because of the rules in the bubble. They were the one team that kind of suffered from the whole 9th team gets to play the 8th team or whatever for the playoff. I really think that the Memphis Grizzlies will make the playoffs this year. I think that they'll sit in that 8th seed. John Morant, game 1 came out and dropped 44 points. That was impressive.
But
he did get hurt, right? He's supposed to be out for 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks in the NBA is. I thought it was 2 weeks.
We gotta check that, but still, even if it's 2-3 weeks, that's still about doubleheader games. He's missed about 6 games.
Yeah, I agree, but they're still got a good team around him. They definitely do. They added some pieces. Dylan Brooks is actually a pretty good second player there that can drop 20, 24 on a night. I still like the Memphis Grizzlies, and purely it's because of their depth. Also, another team I really think is going to make the playoffs, and I know nobody's going to agree with me on this, and I promise you nobody will. By the way, I think the Pelicans missed the playoffs again this year. Yeah. But I think that the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors, are going to sneak into the 8th seed. I'm telling you, they're bad. They're bad. They are, okay? They are bad. But I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised. Come around the end of the season time, and you see these, you got those 4 or 5 teams fighting for the 8th seed, and the Warriors are one of them. And then their veteran leadership gets them to a couple more wins.
No.
They haven't been good, but I'm telling you, they're going to do it.
The only way they'll make the playoffs is in that 7-8 seed, like you said, and it's not going to be because of the veteran leaders. it's going to be because of the rookie Wiseman.
He's
If
pretty
the
good.
rookie Wiseman steps up and plays like he's been playing, he's going to be the one.
Well,
not carrying the team,
yeah,
but he's going to be the one, the difference maker to get them into the playoffs. If that happens.
He's played really bad the last 2 games, though. I mean, he's like, today he fouled out. The game before he had 7 points. So it's really hit or miss with him. And a lot of the times where he's taken advantage and got a lot of those scoring opportunities at the end of games when the scrubs are in. So, I mean, it's kind of, I don't think it's going to be because of Wiseman. It's definitely going to be because of Steph Curry. And then when Draymond gets back, it's going to help the team gel a little bit. Last year, they got some chemistry going. They have nice pieces there. You know, they have a couple nice pieces. Damian Lee, Michael Chris is pretty good. Andrew Wiggins, when he plays, he's okay. You know, they got some pieces there. I think with Kelly Oubre, once he starts playing a little bit better, I think the Warriors can get an 8 seed. I really do.
The West is too deep. The West is way too deep.
I don't think they're as deep as you think. I don't think they're as deep as you think.
What?
I really don't. I think there's three great teams in the West, and then after that, everyone kind of falls into place, and everyone can beat anybody.
And then the Warriors are below that. Simple as that.
I can see that, but I really think this is my prediction right now, today, Warriors are going to sneak into that 8 seed. It might just be off the strength of schedule also. But we'll move to the East, Mandy. What team that didn't make the playoffs last year you think is going to sit into an 8 seed, 7 seed, or even higher?
Man, the East is not deep at all. But
Nope.
I think obviously, I don't even know who didn't make the playoffs in the East.
I'll give you the teams that didn't make the playoffs in the East last year, okay? You got the Cavaliers, who started off 3-0.
Yeah.
You got the Hawks, who also have started off 3-0. You got the Knicks, who didn't make the playoffs, obviously. The Hornets didn't make the playoffs. The Bulls didn't make the playoffs. The Pistons did not make the playoffs, and the Wizards did not make the playoffs, who are off to an 0-4 start, by the way.
I like the Hornets.
The Hornets, okay.
Yes, I like the
They have
Hornets
depth.
because they have my boy Gordon. Hey, and they did knock off the Nets.
They did. With Kyrie and KD healthy. Scary Terry hit that dunk over KD. That was nasty.
Hey, the Hornets beat the Nets with Kyrie and KD, right?
Yeah, they did.
Hey, I'll take the Hornets.
My pick has got to be the Hawks. I mean, they've come out really strong. Trae Young is in year 3.
Trae Young.
I don't like him either, but he's in year 3.
What he did? What was that white boy from Duke that he got to a little scuffle with?
Grayson Allen?
Grayson Allen, I don't like him either. But Grayson Allen did absolutely nothing to him. Nothing. And Trae Young threw a BF. A fit. I lost a lot of respect for Trae Young.
I'm not a big Trae Young fan. Yeah. Like you said, I'm not either. But the dude's in year 3 and he's balling. He's really learned how to score the basketball like it is extremely well. And the Hawks added a lot of depth around him. And plus the other guy that they drafted last year, Cam Reddish, is playing nice. He's playing really well right now. So I like the Hawks too. I could see them. I mean, last year the Brooklyn Nets without KD and Kyrie got the 8 seed. I think they can fall into the 8 seed. The Orlando Magic got the 7 seed. They can be one of those teams this year coming up. So I really think, give me the Hawks in the East. And I'm telling you, the Grizzlies and the Warriors are going to make the playoffs. They are.
All right, so you're saying the Grizzlies and the Warriors are going to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
Who doesn't? Which 2 teams are kicked out of the West?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought that part through yet. I think the Rockets won't make the playoffs, actually.
Okay.
And I think the Utah Jazz don't make the playoffs. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
I'm feeling good about that. I really don't think that they're as good as they were last year. I really don't think so.
Go Suns.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. But Mandy, circling back to the NFL, we brought it up in the beginning, just in case anybody forgot that the Rams did lose to the Jets. Just wanted to throw that out there. But Mandy, in the NFC and the AFC, think with your mind, okay? Not always with your heart like you do with your little Rammies. But who do you think is coming out of the NFC in the playoffs, knowing the playoff field kind of set? Maybe we'll see. Rams might not make it. And then in the AFC, kind of understanding what may happen there. I think the Browns might be the odd team out, but we'll find out. Maybe the Dolphins. You never know. But who do you think comes out of the AFC? Who do you think comes out of the NFC? And tell me a little bit why.
In terms of the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah, in terms of winning the AFC, winning the NFC.
Sweet. So I'll say this about the NFC. Yes, the Rams are going to make the playoffs. Okay, that's something I know that you Raider fans have not uttered in over a generation. But yes, the Rams will make the playoffs. The Packers are going to beat the Bears, and win or lose, Rams are in. I still think the Rams are going to win. They beat the Cardinals, whatever. Who I think is going to come out of the NFC. If you'd have asked me this question 3 weeks ago, I would have said the Rams. Hell yes, sign us up, baby. Super Bowl, we're back. But that being said, 3 weeks, a lot has changed, and who I think is going to win the NFC.
What happened in that 3 weeks again? Rams lost to the Jets. Right. Okay. Yeah. Forgot. Go ahead.
Whatever. So how I have to look at it is real simple. Okay, when the Rams do make the playoffs, because they are going to make the playoffs. Okay, they are. I gotta look at it as which team do I not want to play in the first round as a Ram fan? And that's simple. The Saints. I want nothing to do with the Saints.
Tough team.
Rested Drew Brees, with that high-powered offense they have, with Taysom Hill and his packages. Their defense is okay. Michael Thomas, whatever it is. I don't want to play the Saints. So if I had to pick somebody to win the NFC, I'm going to pick the New Orleans Saints.
Okay. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I like the Saints, and I like them most of the season, except for the games that they had those hiccups, And one of those games included that Monday night against the Raiders where they kind of just got dominated. And there's a couple times this year where they just kind of been dominated and they haven't played well, So I think I got to go with the team who probably has the MVP this year. I think it's going to be the Green Bay Packers.
Especially if they get home field advantage.
Exactly. And not just because how great Aaron Rodgers is playing. He's playing lights out. But it's how good Devontae Adams is playing. It's how good they're running the football. It's how good they're rushing the passer. They're doing a lot of things well on that team. So I think they're the scariest team to me.
Now, don't laugh at me, okay? But you know who I want the Rams to play in the first round?
Cowboys.
The Packers.
Huh.
I want the Rams to play the Packers first round.
Kind of
Why?
A scratcher?
Why?
I don't know.
What do the Packers do best?
Pass the football.
And to what receiver do they pass the football to?
Devontae Adams.
And what do the Rams have one of the best things at? They have
Jalen Ramsey. They have Jalen Ramsey,
and the best defense in the NFL. I think the Rams will basically stop the Packers' offense. It's very easily. Ramsey on Devontae Adams, case closed. That's it. The defensive front seven will stop the Aaron Jones and the Packers' running attack. Packers have no other weapons besides Aaron Jones and Adams.
I don't know. I think that's a stretch. They got a couple other weapons, and when you have the best quarterback in football, Lazard is pretty good at Iowa State. He's a good receiver. And then you got Robert Tonyan has been a really good tight end for them. I just think they got a lot of weapons out of the backfield. Yes, obviously, if they can't throw the ball to Devontae Adams, it changes the offense a lot. But that being said,
I would love Rams Packers first round. Ooh, I would love it.
I don't know. I just think you're wrong. I really do. I think Aaron Rodgers is on a mission this year to prove to everybody he's not washed, especially after the Packers drafted Jordan Love, in his place, things like that. It's just going to be tough. It's going to be a tough win. I'm not saying it can't happen, but that's if the Rams make the playoffs.
Oh my God.
That is if. That's still an if, okay? They got to take care of business. The Cardinals are hungry. A team that was, one of the worst teams in the NFL last year. They're hungry. They're here. They want to make the playoffs.
Hey, what's the Cardinals record with the Rams with
Kingsbury?
Not Kingsbury, but Kingsbury and with the Rams coach. What's his record against the Cardinals?
I don't know. He's probably pretty good.
7-0.
Hey, it only takes one.
The Rams are 7-0.
It only takes one
against the Cardinals under Sean McVay.
It only takes one. We shall see what happens. Anywho, in the AFC, Mandy, who do you see? Who do you foresee coming out of the AFC? And talk to me about a little bit why.
The AFC is so top heavy. It's not even funny. The Chiefs.
Okay.
The Chiefs, though they look a lot more human the last 2 games.
Hey, the Chiefs? What's their record?
What, 13-1 is that?
14-1. Do you know who's the one behind the 14-1?
Yeah, the team that's not making the playoffs.
The Raiders. The Raiders.
Yeah, you're right.
The team that has gotten better each of the last 3 years. But anyway, AFC, you like the Chiefs or what? Tell me what.
Chiefs. I mean, not even close. Steelers are stupidly overrated. Again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Ravens are not the same Ravens as last year. Who was a contender in the AFC?
You got the Bills are really good.
Oh, the Bills. There you go, the Bills. I do like the Bills. I think they have the best receiver right now in the NFL, Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
He's amazing.
He killed me in fantasy this
Yeah,
weekend.
Josh Allen's a stud.
He is
But
a
I
stud.
think the Chiefs are going to be amazing. They're unstoppable with Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, and when they get Clyde Elward, whatever the name is, Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards. That's
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The Chiefs are studs. I see Chiefs Saints Super Bowl rematch of week 15 or something like that.
I would agree with you. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, but the best team doesn't always make it out of each conference.
You're right.
And that's a fact. Okay.
You're right. The Rams didn't make it last year at the Super Bowl, and they were the best team last year.
They didn't even make the playoffs last year,
Oh,
bud.
my bad.
Okay.
Right.
So let's pump the brakes on that a little bit. They were pretty bad last year. But anywho, and it's the same team, so I don't know why people think they're so good, but that's a topic for another day. Anywho, but like I'm trying to tell you right now, okay? It's all about the team who gets hot at the end, okay? And honestly, I would have said a couple Bills, yes. I would have said a couple weeks ago the Cleveland Browns were the hottest team in football. But right now, you want to know who the hottest team in football is? And I'm telling you, it's because he took some X-Lax and got rid of the trouble.
No.
The Baltimore Ravens are the hottest team in football, besides maybe the Dallas Cowboys. But the Baltimore Ravens are the hottest team in football right now. Their offense has changed. Their offense has gotten better. They stopped giving the ball to Mark Ingram, which I think was huge. He's a little bit slower, lost a step. J.K. Dobbins is helping that offense do so many different things. Gus Edwards, I told you before, is a perfect fit for that style of running. Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson again. All of a sudden, he's getting the ball to Mark Andrews. He's getting the ball to a couple of receivers. He's running the football like he normally does. He looks good. The Ravens look good. Their defense looks tough again. Again, if somebody can knock off Pat Mahomes and it doesn't have to be Lamar Jackson, I love the Ravens to come out of the AFC. And they're such a hard team to game plan for because they can do almost everything. It's a tough team to beat especially when they're ahead, obviously, because they run the football so well. But I like the Ravens actually to come out of the AFC if Lamar Jackson doesn't have to play Patrick Mahomes, because I think in his whole career he hasn't beat him once. So
a big if.
That's a big if, right? Huge if, but you never know. You can see Tennessee knock them off. Even the Colts, I think, are pretty good. So obviously a big if, but I think my pick, without just saying, oh, it's going to be the Chiefs, is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're a fun, interesting pick. That's who I like, okay? But, Mandy, we left off and we were on a pretty good streak, okay? We were doing pretty good with our lock and our underdog. I think I swept the last time, which I made me feel good because it hadn't happened in a while. But moving forward, okay, we got a new year coming, new picks, new locks, new underdogs, new system of tracking. I got the Bet Action app. That's going to be awesome, okay? And we're gonna have that, and it's gonna be great, okay? Tell me to start the new year. Actually, do you want to go first or second? I can't remember.
I go first.
All right, Mandy's gonna go first. Give me your first lock of the new year and the first underdog.
College football, my guy. I smell it. There's a mismatch in the college football playoff.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby. I'm going back. I'm the biggest, even though I'm a proud Catholic boy, Catholic school boy. Okay? Notre Dame, you do not deserve to be in the college football playoff, my guy. Alabama, Roll Tide, is going to wax.
The line is like minus 17. You think they'll win by more than 17?
No, check this out. Now it's minus 19 and a half.
Oh.
3 touchdowns? Sign me up for that, baby. The Alabama has the national player of the year and the runner-up on the same side of the ball. The receiver won the national player of the year, and the quarterback got runner-up. Dude, Alabama, they're stacked. Notre Dame has no answer for that offense. Notre Dame's defense is horrible. Alabama minus 19.5. Easy money, baby. That's my lock of the week, hands down. Roll Tide.
And who's that dog? Who's that dog?
I think we talked about him a whole lot, baby. The Rams. I'm going NFL, baby. I'm going NFL.
Well, they're not really an underdog. I think it's a pick right now.
They're my line. You know what? When the line changes, they probably will be underdogs because you have the backup quarterback Wolford going to come in. Okay. And look, you're laughing. Go ahead and laugh. Ha 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 ha. This guy Okay, yes. How many snaps does he have in a real NFL game? Zero. Zero. Does he have preseason experience?
Doesn't count.
Yes.
Doesn't count.
Is Jared Goff an elite quarterback? No. No.
Oh, he finally admits it after I said this for how many weeks?
Yeah, you're
How
right.
many weeks have I said?
But Sean McVay will have a whole week, and he's been in the Rams system now for 2 years. You know, Sean McVay has a whole package for him that the NFL has not seen. And what does Wolford do best? He
You're gonna have
runs
to
the
educate
ball.
me.
He's a white boy who's a dual threat quarterback, baby. Look at his tape from Wake Forest.
That has always worked out well in the NFL.
While you look at Patrick Mahomes, look at your boy for the Ravens.
Trace McSorley.
Lamar Jackson. These are all,
I'm talking about like white boys in the NFL that run. It doesn't usually happen, but
Tim Tebow, baby. He took the Broncos to a playoff win against the Steelers. Walford will take the Rams into the playoffs and defeat the Packers in the first round.
You're nuts. What a bold prediction. What a bold prediction.
No, on the real though, the Rams defense is going to carry them in. The Rams defense.
They got to run the ball. They're going to have to run the ball successfully if they want to do anything.
Kyle Murray's a little hurt. His legs a little hurt, right? All it takes is one just knockout by Aaron Donald, by Brockers, Joseph Day. They're going to go ahead and just knock him out.
Leonard Floyd.
Oh, he had a great game, though. Hey, Rams are going to beat the Cardinals, money line them. Okay, so that's my underdog of the week. Rams, money line, Alabama, minus 19.
Don't put them in quotes. They're a real underdog. That team's not good right now at all. So don't air quote them. But I'm gonna give you my lock and my underdog. Okay, a team like I said, Baltimore. I like Baltimore, right? But the other team who's been the hottest team in the NFL has been the Dallas Cowboys. I think they won 3 or 4 in a row. Andy Dalton just threw a career high over 370 passing yards last week. And they've done it against pretty good teams. You know, the Eagles are whatever. They're okay. The 49ers are a really good defense. They've been playing well. And the one thing that I like about the Cowboys is that their defense is starting to play well. Okay? I know. It's right. That defense is playing well. They're stopping the run. They're getting interceptions. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. Wow.
Who do they got this week?
What do they got this week? They got the New York Football Giants. Okay.
Good
This
defense.
is a game that could potentially catapult the Cowboys into the playoffs. They're -3. 3 points is kind of a lot to me because they're still unproven. So I like the Cowboys as a money line. I know it's still going to be like -160, -150. Money line on the Cowboys for my lock of the week. I don't think there's a way that they lose this game because they have a potential to get into playoffs. And I don't know, maybe Jerry Jones is giving some money to the refs to fix it, but I think the Cowboys will make the playoffs.
Hey, you know what's crazy? The Rams can actually play the Cowboys in the first round.
Yeah, in the first round.
Right? If the Rams win, they go 10-6. And if the Buccaneers lose, they go 10-6.
Yeah.
And who owns the tiebreaker?
The Rams, I think. Yeah.
The Rams beat them.
Yeah.
So 4 or 5 seed. Nice. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. But enough about the Rams. Honestly, who cares? But anyway, the Cowboys are money line them. I think that they'll beat the Giants this week. I really think that they don't have an option. They have to win, right? But on the other side, in order for the Cowboys to make the playoffs, the Washington football team has got to lose. Okay. And I hear reports Alex Smith may play, things like that. All the Dwayne Haskins drama, yada, 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 yada. That team's falling apart. Okay. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts, okay? Whether or not the Eagles are playing for a lot right now, Jalen Hurts is a rookie who's hungry, who wants to prove himself, who wants to win that job. He's going to go out there and play great against Washington for his last game of the season. And Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are going to take down the Washington football team. The line is +1.5. Take the +1.5 points. Why not? Maybe they lose by 1. I don't see it, but maybe they lose by 1. Take the +1.5. Eagles will win that game, I believe, but take the 1.5. That's my underdog to get the Cowboys into the playoffs. And actually, at 7-9, losing record, have a home playoff game. And we all know what happened last time. A 7-9 team got a home playoff game. Do you remember, Mandy?
Seahawks?
It was a little something called the Beastquake, and they beat the Saints. They beat the Saints.
You know what? I still actually watch that video on YouTube. I want to get
amazing.
pumped up.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I admit it. When I want to get pumped up before, I do something, I put on the Marshawn Lynch run. Yes, that run was one of the greatest runs in
Of
NFL
all
history.
time. Of all time. Yeah, one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I saw that live, actually. I can tell you right now, Uncle Johnny, if you're listening, we were at Alan Terry's house. There was like a party going on, and I was in the living room watching the football game because that's what I did when I was a kid. And I was like, oh my God, I went crazy. It was amazing. So, yeah, I saw that. I witnessed that stuff live. Amazing. I wish I was in Seattle when that happened because they literally made an earthquake happen. But, Mandy, that was our lock of the week. We got our guest coming on in a bit here. All right, we got my guy Dodger here with us today. Dodger, you are number one on BR Greg's power rankings, my guy.
Yes,
on
yes,
sending picks in. You throw those plus money picks in. How did you get into this stuff, man? How did you get into sports betting?
Man, I'm actually 37 years old, man. So I've been sports betting for a long time. Probably since I was about 18 or 19, man. I used to go to the casinos in Vegas. I used to use my friend's ID just to go the security. I would go straight up to the security, get a wristband. That way, when I went to the sports book, they wouldn't card me because the wristband signified you were over 21. So that's how I kind of got my feet wet. I've always been a sports fan. I've always actually, I'm from LA, but I've always been a Clipper fan, and I've always gone against the Lakers. So back in the day, that's where I used to make my money in the playoffs with the Spurs and with all these other teams, going against the Lakers and going against all my friends. So I'm a guy who likes plus money. I don't see the edge in laying a lot of money to make a little bit. I'd rather lay a little bit to make more. And that's just been my philosophy. That's why you see me on Bleacher Report giving the plus money picks, because that's what sets me apart from the competition, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anybody could pick those long shot money lines, and just get lucky. You know what I mean? But
I see a bunch of them doing it. I don't even know how they get on there with that, but
yeah, those.
So give us a quick little rundown though. What is plus money?
So plus money, just for instance, if you have a game, any sport, there's always a favorite and there's an underdog. Every rare instance there will be an even money game where it's just a straight pick 'em. That means it's whoever you pick to win is even money, 100 to win 100. Plus money, for the most part, if you take the underdog, they're going to be giving you some sort of value. So $100, the scale we use, $100 would pay 120, for instance. You walk away with 220, versus putting down $110 on a point spread to win 100. Whereas, it's still good value, but you're laying points, and sometimes you don't even need the points. Why lay the 110 to win 100 when you can lay 100 to win 120 or 130? Sometimes bigger. I've done them on Bleacher Report, giving away picks like Illinois earlier this season, plus 160. Cowboys, plus 160. The Raiders should have won the other day, plus 130. That was some bull crap, dude. You guys know it.
Oh, trust me, I'm a Raider fan. That was a tough one for me to swallow. But yeah, I was watching that game. I was like, man, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
stuff like that, man. That happens though. But yeah, my guy Dodger here, like you said, he hooks it up with the plus 168, and it's like those are the guys that I feel like are the best at it, because like I said, anybody could give out those minus 150 money lines where you could just get lucky and it wins. But it takes you got to be researching, you got to be knowing both of those teams to really lay those points, whether it be 5, 6, 7, 10 points sometimes, against a team where they should beat them theoretically. Every signs point to them beating them. But my guy Dodger here is usually on the side, breaking those books and things like that. So you had that competition. Who were you going against again?
We went against Locks Underwater. His nickname is Buckets. He calls himself Buckets.
Buckets, that's right.
I went against, I said I was going to go 3-0 against the spread, but on the last day I pulled one out the hat and I went plus money on the Clippers, and that's what sealed the deal. He lost the game, so he lost either way, but it just made it look good,
Yeah, no, I remember that was the opening night against the Lakers, I believe.
Yeah,
plus money.
The world on ring night. That was the. I could have gave Wichita State. That was going to be my guarantee, plus money. But at the last minute, I was like, you know what? If we're going to be live on BR Betting's thing or Greg's thing, we might as well go with the gusto and go against the world, because the whole world thought the Lakers were going to rout on ring night. It didn't happen.
That's true. It did not happen.
A funny story is the reason that I even got on the BR Betting. I used to send my videos to Greg, and He gets so many videos. I guarantee, he can't even go through half of them, or if he does, it's too late, or he already got enough for the day, or whatever it may be. But one day I gave him a pick, Deshaun Watson to not throw an interception, and that was the first time he ever put me on the BR story, but he went against me, so it was plus 150 for him not to throw an interception, and he went against me and put I'm fading him and put it all out there to the world. And then he looked like a fool because he didn't throw a pick. So, so I sent him another video same day. Robert Woods to score the first touchdown of the game on the Rams. It was like plus 500 or plus 700. Right. And he didn't put the video up because he thought I was full of shit. But Robert Woods scored the first touchdown on Sunday Night Football, plus 700. And after that, I kind of got respect. So he kept putting me on the story, and he sent me a hoodie. And, kind of show me some love. So that's why you see me on the story a lot. And that's how it got.
Yeah, like you said, you earned the stripes. Earned the stripes.
So how do we follow you? Like, how do we get your picks? And how do we follow your stories and all that stuff?
Typically, at Mad Dodger on Instagram. I only stick to one platform because it's too crazy trying to go across multiple platforms. IG, hit me up. You can send me Cash App. You can send me Venmo. It's simple, $20 a day for my picks. On Saturdays that UFC is involved, I charge $30 for my picks. I'll send them to you guys. This week there's no UFC, but next week on the following Saturday, I'll make sure I send you guys my picks. I'll send you a couple throughout the week. Just let me know. But yeah, today we started off rough. Today we started off 1-4, and right now we're on the comeback trail. This under, we have the under on this Colorado-Texas game, and we got Nuggets minus 2.5. If we win those two, we're gonna finish the day at 6-5, which is still gonna be above the thing.
You mentioned the Colorado game. I just put a little bet on the second half, under 34. So I'm with you on that one.
I got under. I just put 2,000 on under 33. I was about to put it on my story. I'm gonna put the ticket up. Keep your eye on it.
I feel
there
good.
It is. We're tailing Dodger.
That's it, man. The ones that killed us today, plus money picks. We had Toronto plus 120. They led for 58 minutes and 40 seconds, and with a minute 20 left in the game, they gave up the lead and lost the game.
Eesh.
And the second one was Florida State was up at halftime, and they ended up blowing it in the second half and losing as well. I
have Florida State too. I felt
those are our two plus money picks. That one of them should have cashed, at least the Raptors, but it didn't. But overall on the day, we're still good. So
absolutely. Is there somebody you want to go against? Three picks on BR's standings right now.
I'm gonna break it to you guys first. Breaking news right here.
Breaking news.
They're setting me up on Saturday. I'm going up against Vegas Jake.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, Jake in Vegas. Yeah.
Mr. Whatever. Vegas. Mr. I got 292,000 followers. Well, guess what? I'm going to beat them so bad this week that all 292,000, whether fake or real, are going to jump ship, and I'm going to have all them damn followers.
Let's go.
I'm 3-0 against the spread, but guess what? I'm going to do one better. I'm going to go 3-0, all plus money picks.
Ooh.
So that's how we're going to do it.
Okay.
You heard it here first on this podcast. I'm putting up 3 plus money picks, and I'm going to work this dude, and we're going to show why you should go with me and not some dude who has 292,000 followers and is all mouth.
Let's go. Let's go. We got my guy Dodger. You heard it here first on the NextManUp Sportscast. My guy Dodger's taking on Jake in Vegas. Going to give you three plus money picks. So make sure if you're following Jake in Vegas with those 297,000 followers, you stay tuned for that matchup and let Dodger earn your business over here.
That's right.
All right, my guy Dodger. Hey, man, we appreciate you being on the show. Yeah. I know it was kind of late notice and stuff.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, working with me. Got a little daughter I got to take care of first.
All good.
Oh, yeah, man. No, don't worry about it. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys, man.
All right, man. We appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Peace out. So that was our guy, man. That was our guy, Dodger from Bleacher Report. He's number 1 on those power rankings. Number 1. So make sure you're following him on IG. He gives out free picks every now and then when he gets enough followers. He's usually pretty money. And I'll tell you right now, Dodger gives out a lot of plus money wins, okay? So that just keeps your bankroll going on and on and on. He's pretty good. And he's really great because he's transparent. He lets you know when he does lose. He doesn't try to delete stuff like that. I know you cappers out there be doing that stuff. But, Mandy, we're going to move on to our next segment, the fan favorite, the segment that I just always dominate. And that segment is Rapid Fire Sports Trivia with Mandy and Chooch. Mo is sitting this one out because, quite frankly, he's like he's got what are those things called?
Mangina?
He's got cramps. He's got menstrual cramps right now, so he's gonna have to sit this one out. We love you, Mo. Get well soon. I left some Midol crushed up on the nightstand there for you, pal. But Mandy, the one thing that is coming up is the NFL Pro Bowl. Okay, and here I have a list of the top 7 guys with the most Pro Bowl appearances. Okay, I gave you 7 leeway because some of these guys are linemen. I don't expect you to know the linemen. So skill position, top 7 guys. Give me 5. Give me 5 out of the top 7. See what you got.
We'll go with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, okay.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. It doesn't have to be active.
Oh, no, they're not active?
No, not all of them are active, no.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's go with Jerry Rice.
Okay, Jerry Rice.
That's 4. And let's go with Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Brett Favre. Mandy. So we said.
Actually, what? Hold on. No Brett Favre. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Okay. So that's good swap. Okay. So Peyton Manning, we'll start with Peyton Manning. He has 14 Pro Bowl appearances, tied for number 1 all time. Peyton Manning. Another guy with 14 Pro Bowl appearances, probably going to get his 15th. Tom Brady. He's got 14, so he's also on our list. You said Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers hadn't been in the league long enough, and you got to remember Aaron Rodgers did sit behind Brett Favre for a long time.
You're right.
So he actually not anywhere near close to the top. So not Aaron Rodgers. You said Jerry Rice. Absolutely, Jerry Rice had 13 Pro Bowl appearances, a couple with the Raiders. And then the last choice, or what was another choice you said here? You said LaDainian Tomlinson. Honestly, one of my favorite players and least favorite players because he tormented the Raiders for a long time. But no, he is not anywhere on our top list. I guess not enough longevity there. So you said out of those 5, we got 3. We got 3 out of 5. Typical Mandy numbers. The other guys here were Tony Gonzalez actually had 14 Pro Bowl appearances. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Then you got Drew Brees with 13. Again, that longevity. And Ray Lewis with 13. And then also Reggie White had 13. So 2 defensive guys there to round out the top.
All right. I got you now. My turn.
Let's do it.
All right. Real simple. Here we go. I'm going to give you 5 NBA stars.
Okay.
And you got to tell me what team they play for.
What team they play for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple, right?
Sure.
All right, good. All right, here you go. Softball. Serge Ibaka.
Clippers.
All right, great. Chris Paul.
He just moved. He went to the Suns. Yeah, Phoenix Suns.
All right. Gordon Hayward.
Oh, we talked about this earlier. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay. Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday got traded. I believe or traded or free agency, but he plays for the Bucks now. I know that.
Bucks. Okay.
That's too easy.
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. Oh, he moved to a team not as good for sure. Golly. I want to say the Hornets too. I think he plays for the
All right, the Hornets. Well, let's see. Let's recap here. Like I said, softball questions, right? Ibaka, Clippers. Correct. And a boy. Chris Paul, Suns. Yes, sir. Gordon Hayward, Hornets. Correct. Drew Holiday, the Bucks. Good job.
Bucks.
And Jay Crowder is with the Suns.
Oh.
That's why I'm saying the Suns, baby. Do it.
He was good at Marquette, but
so 4 to 5. Good job. 8%.
And again, I win. Again, that's just what I do on Rapid Fire. I own the segment. I just own the segment. I mean, just a steel trap of knowledge if it just doesn't leave. But Mandy, with that being said, we're on to the last part of the show that, been interesting. We had that week off to reflect on a lot of different things. So give me a takeaway that you got right now.
Well, I'll just say this, man. Being at home, there's this gap that we have between 6 days between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Usually for me, it's my most favorite time of the year because on a very normal year, what would I be doing for the 26th to about the 30th? What would I be doing? All day long at high school basketball tournaments, running my tournament, over at Cathedral, participating with my high school team in the tournament, right? High school basketball from 9 in the morning to 8 p.m. all day in the gym. I would have it no other way. Just that smell of competition, game planning. Oh, I miss it so much. But instead, these next 6 days, I've been at home with the family. It's cool. I like them too, It's cool. Getting to know my cousin, my little nephews a lot more. I see a lot of sports. There's a lot of sports on TV. So hey, a little bit of a change, a sacrifice I'm willing to make, but I do miss that smell of a basketball gym with all day and getting ready for a back to back tournament.
The sound of the shoes is what gets me. I miss the sound of the shoes.
It's a good time during Christmas break, but maybe that will happen soon. But hey, it's all good.
It's all good. My takeaway is a little bit different. All right, everybody knows I'm a Raider fan, right? I talk about my team, but I don't go in depth on my team ever because I try to be unbiased as much as I can. Not like some Rams fans we have here.
Hey, when you're good, you're good.
I try to be unbiased as possible, right? So I just avoid talking about my team as much as I can. But I gotta say something, all right? I know that loss was tough, okay? And I know Raiders have had a lot of tough losses this year. But we've battled, The team has come a long way from Gruden's first year where the team went 4-12. Where it looked bad. It looked like Carr wouldn't be here. It looked like a lot of things were going to change, right? But John Gruden came in, got rid of some guys, traded Khalil Mack, all that stuff. My thing is that the Raiders have improved every year since he's been here. Every single year since John Gruden has got to the team. And if they win this Sunday, which I think that they will, then they will have secured a better record than they had last year, okay? Last year, they were 7-9. Still had a decent season, had a chance at the playoffs, didn't make it again, right? This year, I think they finish 8-8. Get middle of the road draft pick, still have some draft capital from a couple different moves, things like that, and I think they get better. I think they capitalize on free agency. I think, our GM has done a wonderful job. My takeaway, Raider fans, be excited, okay? I know it's hard to get excited about us, because every year they say the same thing, get excited, we're doing good, we're getting better, blah, blah, blah. But we actually are, okay? The team has improved. We dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of COVID stuff this year that didn't help us at all in key games. I think pretty soon we will have a younger quarterback coming in, but I think Derek Carr is the perfect guy to bridge that gap because I don't think he's a big diva. So my takeaway basically is this. Raider fans, be excited. The future is coming. The future is bright. We still have our coach, our leader, locked up for, 7-8 more years. And that's a good thing. Consistency at that spot is a good thing. So, again, my takeaway, Raider fans, it's okay to be sad. Okay, I am sad. I was sad last week. I've been sad a couple weeks in a row. But it's okay to be sad. And the main reason why is because the future looks bright and you can sleep at night knowing your team did not lose to the Jets. Okay? Your team did not lose to the Jets. That was the awful LA team that's there. So just know that, Raider fans, okay, we're coming, okay? And the league is, and people are going to talk their crap because they always do with the Raiders because they want to talk as much as they can before we make it to the playoffs, which will be soon, okay? So Raider fans, stay strong. Raider Nation for life.
Hey,
that's my takeaway.
Raider Nation, baby. Hey, real quick, the last 18 years, how many winning records have the Raiders had the last 18 years?
A couple.
One.
Yeah,
One.
The playoffs. And that was fun.
One
fun.
winning record in 18 years.
I seem to remember, though, that the Rams got the first-round pick not that long ago. They were the worst team in football. So I can't remember when the Raiders were the first overall pick in the draft. Can you?
One.
Exactly.
Winning record in the last 18 years.
And that's why my takeaway is that the future is bright, all right? Because the future is freaking bright. Because we're not just doing it with free agents, we're doing it with young guys that we drafted, that we're building, putting the league on notice. And we did that this year with beating the 14-1 Chiefs, okay? So cut me a slack. All right, cut me some slack. Give me a break. The Raiders are coming. Raider Nation for life. That's my takeaway, and that's the show for the week. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you follow us, download the show, all that greatness. We'll be back soon. Peace.
Let's go.